Yo, yo, yo. So what's good with it, Pack fam? This your boy, Mr. Check My Resume. Let me get on camera here. Sure I ain't looking crazy. Yeah. Yeah, it's your boy Resume, man. We about to get into the 0-day expiration call, better known, or some people, we call them zero DTEs, but if you've been around the stock world, you might hear them known as lottos or whatever. And anyway, I'm 1/5 of the leadership here in the pack. And we take this class right here. Our objective really is to identify, high, I guess, return trades, I guess you could call it, with these potential high volatility trades. We understand that these trades are a bit risky, and so we make sure that we want to take a intentional process when identifying potential opportunities to take for these zero day expiration trades. And so as with anything we talk about here in the pack, we want to have a plan for what we're looking at and what we're potentially going to take. And so that also applies to the shorter term trades as well. And so even though it's risky, we can de-risk that trade with the potential of going through a process that helps us kind of evaluate and break down what makes the most sense for it to go in the direction that we feel as though it's going to go tomorrow. So for those of you that are new to the pack or just new to trading, what have you, don't feel an obligation to take all of these trades that we're taking, or don't even feel an obligation to take all the trades or any trades for that matter. You can sit back and kind of watch and see kind of how we go through our process. I think from this class, we only have an hour, so we don't go through the entire process, but we do get into the setups and kind of break down some things as we see them. As we're switching up, and the lighting is bad in here, so I'm going to switch rooms. But one of the things that I wanted to incorporate more is a little bit more interactiveness with these calls. So I will be asking folks to kind of speak towards the different trades they're looking at and kind of their thought process and that type of thing. So, be ready for that. And let's get into it. One of the other things I'd like to mention as well is that, my approach to these 0 days is I like to take a look at the inside 4-hour time frame. It's kind of like a starting point, so to speak, where I'll go and take a look at the inside 4-hour setups to see and take a scan to see what's there. If I'm not already like having an inclination of what I want to trade or have an idea of where I want to go, I'll definitely take this scan and take a look and see what's there and what potentially I could take advantage of going into tomorrow. So that's what we'll do tonight. I'll get in here and put in a scan here for an inside 4-hour setup. And then from that point, we'll kind of break down some trades and look into some different tickers from there. So let's get into it. Scan up here and see what tickers we have. When I looked during the trading session, there was quite a many tickers to go through. So hopefully that's gone down some. It has a little bit, but we're not going to go through all 186 here that's on the screen, but we'll selectively go through some of these and see what's popping. And then also, if you have tickers, they can be on the list. They don't have to be. But if you got tickers, please drop them in the chat, and we'll go through each and every ticker. Something we was looking at, big boy trade that happened today actually. On the live call, I believe it was Wednesday. Kingsley, better known as Top Dollar in the Discord, he had called out or had made a recommendation on the AT&T trade, swinging into this morning. And man, some of those contracts, I think some people hit anywhere from, depending on when they got in, 100% all the way up to, like, I think some people hit 1,000% on those trades. So shout out to that boy Top for that. That was fire, clean ass trade. That's what the pack is about, getting them bangers, finding those opportunities. And so I see AT&T here on top of the list. And so we'll take a look here, see what we got. Let me move my time frames around. I think I want to keep my hour on right now just because of behavior of the market. Yeah, so we've got some buying on the day here on AT&T. Obviously, it being at the lower level that it was, you could kind of have an expectation. I don't have all of my BFs here, but it looks as though this macro BF is kind of something that it's they're kind of respecting. But what I'm looking at here, we see what happened yesterday with that 4-hour inside 4-hour candle with the gap up. Looks like we stopped here, or we went through the point of control and closed on the day just above point of control. So we'll be looking to see. My expectation, though, based on what's happening with the buying, I think we get to continuation tomorrow, particularly on the 4-hour. Potentially, we could get a 2 up on the day, but I feel like we could still get a very strong inside day. But yeah, I'm looking at a potential 212 here on AT&T above 1680. So that's 6 cents from where it closed today. So yeah, I mean, AT&T looks like one that you could kind of put on your radar. Based on kind of the performance of today, is one that you should definitely keep your eye on. It doesn't look as though some profit taking did happen earlier in the morning session, but it looks as though you know, they held it up. It didn't just fail right after. So that's a good sign as well. Potential continuation tomorrow. But I look for at least a 2 up on the 4-hour and potentially 2 up on the day. But I think it's very likely you get a strong inside day on AT&T. So we're gonna go 212 here. Oh, 1680. AT&T doesn't look bad, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. What we got here? We got Las Vegas Sands, Shopify, Zoom, DDOT. LVS. Similar deal. We've got, looks like it's right between these two broad formations. And on the day, we closed inside. Inside week, 2 up on the day. Right there, close on the BF. So this one right here, LVS, it looks strong. Looks like we got the gap up off the web strat today. Inside week, you know, I'm kind of like iffy on it. It does look, but you know, I would lean more bullish than I would bearish on this one. So if you did want to play it, you need to look for an inside break above that 37.96 level, which is also looks like the top of that broad formation. So maybe you could, like at the top of this volume gap. So maybe it can continue from there, but I just don't like the broad formation right there. But I can feel as though it could continue to kind of push up from here. But yeah, I don't like that broad formation right there. So it doesn't give me the warm and fuzzies, and it filled the volume gap today. So I'm kind of like, it could continue its upward trajectory though, but I'm not feeling the strongest about it. It could still go tomorrow, but LVS is kind of like, I'm kind of in between. I'm not feeling the strongest about it. Maybe somebody can give me something, give me more conviction about it. But when I'm kind of in the middle like that, I just let it be. No judgments passed. So here we got Carnival Cruise Lines. We got the reversal on the week. We've been sideways since the gap up Monday on Tuesday. This looks choppy. I don't know. Doesn't look strong enough from the standpoint of 0-day tomorrow. Maybe more inclined. I don't know. I'm like, I don't like this. It's like green, red, green, red, green, red, green. I'm not feeling it. It is 2 up on the week. So I mean, my standpoint, you all know how I feel about that. You've got the gap, the volume gap here on the day. I think that's what I feel like. If I was to look at a bullish case, I guess that's probably the standpoint. I'd be looking for that to, above the 2 up on the day level. So even if you took the 4-hour entry tomorrow to the upside, I don't know if it's really going to go down tomorrow. Maybe slightly. It may go to like an outside 4, but I think I'm more bullish on this one. But if I was looking at the bullish case, I'd be looking at that entry above 8 and 11, and then obviously 2 up on the day would be the first target. But then from there, I'll be looking to see if it can go complete the move through the volume gap. Would be the thought process. I'm not sure if I'm bearish. I'm not actually bearish at all on it right now, just because of where it's sitting and like the overall market sentiment. Yeah. Anyway, CCL is conflict though, so understandable if you want to get something else. Y'all got in the chat. See what y'all talking about here. Verizon got earnings. Oh, yep. Oh, good call out, Brown. Got it in the morning. Okay. It's been hanging around point of control, looks like. They broke through it on Tuesday. Came back under. Monday. Okay. Outside day. Interesting. So on top of point of control on the day, and we got a volume gap. Got a 312, so I see that on the 4-hour. Then above the day, 2 up on the day is 37.53. 37.70 is kind of the top of that chop range. Once you get to that point, you're in the volume gap. So 37.70 is kind of like a key level, but entry would be at 37.16. So you're looking at like a 54-cent move to the upside to get to that this chop level here. Okay. Interesting. That's not. I mean, it's like a 1.5% move, so it's not anything like. It's not anything too ambitious either. But I do recognize the volume gap here, and so I do see that as a potential area for it to shoot up. If that happens, then it's going to go to that next broadening formation. It'll go right there, just like AT&T did today. So let me throw the 4-hour alert here. I don't like the outside day, but still throw this on here. $37.16. So that is Verizon. That's a good one to keep on our radar for today or tomorrow. That's what we got here. American Airlines Looks like that bad boy came in contact with a monthly level broadening formation and got smacked. So, and pimping, limping down to the downside. Looking for more continuation on the day. It's in the volume gap. It's a small one, but it's nonetheless, it's a volume gap. If it continues to sell off like it's doing, it can make a move down. Don't know if it'll make it down to the point of control. That'd be significant, but you can see a move. Let's see. Around 13, 18 conservatively. You got room down at like $13, $12.92. So I mean, don't know if it'll get that far, but you got room for it to continue down to the downside. Depending on what we look like tomorrow. I mean, this thing sold out pretty good today. So just be mindful of that. We'll see if it tries to get bought up at all on this broad information level. But anyway, AAL just looks like a continuation move for tomorrow. I don't see a rail strat to the upside potential. If that were to occur, you'd need to get above 1427. So that's what I'm looking at. More bearish. Let's take a look at Shopify. My fault, Dave. I didn't even see Shopify first. Shopify looks similar to the last one we looked at. Just didn't sell off as strongly. So Shopify, big boy move in the morning, shot up first hour, 2 hours, then looks like rest of the day sold off. So we got this inside candle shooter. Doesn't look very good in terms of to the upside. But we've got to see, I think just based on how the market, if the market picks up tomorrow, then it could potentially pick it up. But yeah, I mean, obviously what we're looking at right here is a bearish 4-hour candle after a very strong day. So there could just be some afternoon profit taken. And then also it looks as though, zoom out. Looks like we hit the top of the volume shelf or close to it. So yeah, that's typically what will happen is you'll get a little bit of selling from the top of that volume shelf. It looks like selling just continued into the afternoon. So Shopify, the selling wants to continue. And we can see it get to a 28.96 level. So if that were the case, then you could have a little bit of magnitude to the downside for a quick move down. But I could see that thing kind of reversing back up, even maybe at the 50% level, which it isn't far from now. I think be right there close to it. So Shopify, not kind of I'm thinking you might get a little bit of choppiness tomorrow. It might sell tomorrow. Keep the choppiness going. Just they're giving you mixed signals for tomorrow. What I think about Oxy. Yeah, they gave it a failed 2 up. So it looked good when it was going up. So if you took advantage of a micro move, then sure, but it didn't even hit the quarterly broad information. It hit a smaller BF, but still sold off from there. You know how I feel about this stock or just any of the energies on expiration week. I typically feel like, that's typically when the price, they'll bring price down. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was more selling off tomorrow. I don't even want to use the word selling off because that's a little too strong, but I can see them try to bring the price down a little bit, based on what I'm seeing here on the setup. But as you can see, it's getting held up. There's a broad information that it looks like it's been held up by on the week. So looks like price is respecting that, and buyers do like it right there. They're just not running it up. They're just not letting it fall. So it's kind of what I see on Oxy right now. It's just a lot of buying into it. So even with the rest of the sector might be bearish, this one here is pretty strong just because of the volume of buying into it. Trying to propping it up. Tesla. So Tesla, this one here is just been riding this broad formation. Go down below it, come back to it, go above it, come back to it. Tesla could come down to under 200. But yeah, it's following this broad information. I don't know how long it's going to take for it to decide to finally reverse, but yeah, this thing is going this way down to about 160. But you know, the funny thing is, it's just riding this broad information. So maybe at some point we'll hit some liquidity, but yeah, I don't know what's down there. Yeah, I ain't even no orders down there. So yeah, we'll have to see. But anyway, let's get back to it. Test the concept, you know, point with the connectors. But again, it's just like when it comes to contact with this broad information, it wants to show a little bit of buying. Uh-oh. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me be right back. Let me grab my charger. Battery about to die up there. RJ, what you seeing on Tesla, man? Talk to me. Talk to me. I'm sorry, not RJ. Stratimus Prime. My bad.
Oh, what I was looking at was at a bottom of a broad formation. So I was thinking every time it hit that level, it kind of shot up a little bit. So that's what I was thinking.
Right. That's what I'm seeing too. Yeah. You're looking for a little slight move to the upside tomorrow. Maybe try to go back and fill the gap.
Yeah, what it did today was it bounced. Well, it dropped from the the earnings or whatever, and then it came back up and rejected off the 50% of the weekly level and came back down.
Gotcha.
Because it gave both, so it went down 17, it came back up to like only down 6, hit the weekly 50% and rejected. Back down to where it got bought up at.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it's right there again.
Let's see what we're gonna do from there. Okay. And you got the weekly BF right here too. So it does get back over it before opening. You can see it move up. Let's see orders right there. Jesse got all this continuity to the downside. Gotta see how she opens up tomorrow.
Yeah, but also also once it you know, the weekly continuity is at 210. So as soon as it hit the as soon as it crossed 210, it'd be green to the upside on a
Mhm.
week. So that's what I was looking at.
Yeah. With all the continuity. You know, green, gotcha. I see you. I see you. What are you looking at for upside target?
At least back to the 50% level at two. I was looking at 217. I mean 215. Sorry, 215.
Okay, basically where it got rejected from today.
Yeah, it should go back there.
Gotcha. Okay, I see it. I see the thesis. Yeah, no, I appreciate you talking it through with me. Yeah. Let's see if it replaces broad information in the morning. That's really what you want to see. Yeah. Talking about what flips the week. 1004. Okay. Yeah, you could get back green all the way up to the week tomorrow. You get the short term move. Okay. So, yeah. RJ, what's up, man? Talk to me about Lake. And that Valle.
Just when I was just looking at the 4 hour, I saw a 212, so potential two up, and then the same on the 2 hour, a 212, potential 212 on the 2 hour, as well as the 1 hour two as well. 90 minute has the same thing too as well. I think the high is been so far 1403, so there's potential to get there, and then there's plenty of space up to the broadening formation for it to move. XME's been pretty solid last few days. I think AA did pretty well this morning. So I think there's a good potential for this to get some good movement tomorrow.
Okay. Looking for an upside move. I see you. Okay, let me I took all my week off. Let me take a look here. So, let me look your weeklies might go back further than mine.
Yeah, I tried to get as much as I could when I was going back doing the broad information for this.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Let me try to see if I can find it real quick. What's that?
Yeah, you can. The one I have on the week is like a 1465. Then we got quarterly above that one. But I don't have, yeah, my week only goes back. Yeah, we gonna go back to you. You have more data. Yay. Then we got to manage the upside. Yes, it's 7 in the 4 hour. Where we at?
So I think it goes back to August 22nd is the one I have.
Okay. Did you connect it to the previous candle or did you go back further?
Just to the previous candle. I think the previous candle was a 2.
Yeah. Yeah. So then that candle takes us, that's that upper bottom formation at like 15:30. Okay. They're giving me mixed signals. I wanted to,
Also, I see a full-time frame continuity to the upside.
yeah. I don't like that afternoon tail. I don't like the afternoon candle. That's really what's giving me problems.
Okay.
Everything else looks good. I mean, to be honest, Wales one of those stocks I really like. So, and we should be in a seasonal rotational time. But as we've seen in other sectors, they haven't at all, except for down. But yeah, I mean, I like Dell even at the price point where it's at. It's a good price. So, as far as this 0 day for tomorrow, I'll just be watching to see if it creates that. If it does go 2 down on the 4 hour first, you have a level of like 1356, like 18 cents away. Or maybe even 1351. But I feel like it'll be bought up there. We got a good amount of orders right there. I can see that potentially be another buying. It's like buying is showing up in that area right there. So you could see it maybe potentially go outside 4 hours tomorrow, just based on where it's sitting right now off of this shooter. Best case scenario, I still think it will go 2 down to 4. But from a best case scenario standpoint, we could see it get bought up again at like around 1371. So essentially it closed just above where it could get bought up at, which is still above point control. But that's kind of how I'm looking at it from a breakdown standpoint. I see on the day you got some orders here, 1370, 73, 72, whatever, 1370. So maybe if it pushes down to there, it gets bought up, goes outside 4 hour, back to the upside, and goes back to retest the high of the day today, which is 1404. So based on that shooter with no wick, I need to see that thing really gap up a little bit tomorrow to get the full bull case. I feel it's gonna have to go down to go up.
And that's just based off of the wick you're seeing.
I say there is close with no wick, the shooter.
Yeah.
So if we gapped up tomorrow, it can open up inside, maybe inside up. But it's just got a little bit of work to do to break above that level. That's all. 1393. So you need another, like today, like a 2% type day. Just to kind of get you the oomph you need to get over it. But yeah, so I'm thinking that you might get like a small like TTO back to this volume show. and then you get bought up to push through $14. It looks like $14. That's what the selling was. It's a psychological level to be expected. People took some profits. So now it's got a TTO. So I don't think it's finished TTO in this year. We're just gonna come to the shelf here. Best case scenario, get bought up there, then go outside, candle up. So you get a 3 up candle tomorrow, back above $14. Going and testing the high day from today. And then from there, you might want to even target if you took entry. If you even set your level for entry above 1393, which is the upside move, and then even if it alerted early and it gaps up and it moves up accordingly, then great. Best case, great. Even if you have to wait and it goes down, then up first, that's still the level. Unless you go to a micro, more like a micro time frame, 5, 10, 15 or something. But yeah, that's how I'm looking at it from like how I would play it. I just set the alert. I would set the level at, if you're thinking upside, set your alert at 1393. But you got a shooter here on the 4. It closed selling. So unless we get some, some good candles in the morning or, opening up, I'll be looking for it to push down first, then go in.
All right, so just let it open tomorrow, then see what it does. Okay, appreciate it.
Right, yeah. Because even though it's full time frame to the upside, it still will need those times where it kind of has to retrace a little bit. So it's not a bad thing overall. It's just you just have to wait. That's all.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think it's bad. You got to go down before it goes up again. There are times where it can do like a shooter hammer combo type of deal, but we need to see the gap up on things for it to happen. Can't really predict those hammer shooters. Yeah, Activision. Talk to me, Ace.
Yeah, so when I look at it on the 4 hour, I got it right under a daily broader formation, close red hammer under there. Day and week is green, month and quarter red, so they're in conflict. But I was just thinking maybe just because of the way SPY's been forming, it respects those broader formations, the daily, but if it opens up over that, I could easily see it getting to maybe $75. 74, 80, something around there. But it is in a complete downtrend. So, but just for a 0 day, it might have short-lived in and out type of situation. Like it ain't nothing you're gonna hold all day, maybe a 30 to 45 minute play.
Mm-hmm. It's on top of the weekly, just under the monthly. But hold on. It looks different. So my day matches with my squad. Excuse me.
Yeah, this is solely a enforce only trigger because it could easily trigger and just stay right there. You're like, because it's known the range. You know what I mean? So.
Can y'all see what I'm seeing right here?
Yep.
My 4 hour candle closed above his monthly BL, right? That's what y'all seeing on the top right.
Yep.
Closed above the 4 hour. I mean the blue bottom. Look at my 30 minute. It's under the blue bottom.
That's crazy. Let me see what my monthly look like.
That's a major fucking,
Yeah, that's a yeah,
That's an important damn detail right there. So
yeah.
I'm over here confused as hell right now. Like, hold up.
Yeah, I actually been like now, that we've got accustomed to drawing all the BFs, I've been seeing that a lot. Even on SPX today, like it was like under BF on like the majors, but then on the micros, it was like, oh, it was still over the BF.
Hey, Resume, you gotta slide your 4 hour over. It's not all the way to the right.
That's just empty.
Oh, my bad.
You good, you good. Just dead space.
Yeah, see
But
that can trick you right there. You making a decision based off that, and then you look at the
Right. Yeah. Now, if I compare it to the other time frame, it looks like the monthly should be over top of it. But just looking at the 4 hour by itself, that ain't cool. You like, if you thinking you on top of it here, you like, all right, let me zoom in. I'm on top of the BL, a weekly and a monthly. What you thinking? TTO, right?
yep.
I'm out of there. Let go. I'm turning up. Volume.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then the contract's priced pretty good too, so you mess around load the boat.
I'm gassed up. I'm like, boy, it's Friday, boy. I'm finna goddamn, hey, you gonna be like, but 30 cent gonna get me 250. Yeah,
Right.
You know, you're gonna be hyped up seeing that. And this is a different perspective right here. You like, all right, I'm trapped between the broad and
Looks like it closed above 50% of the previous week too.
Say that one more time, Dwayne.
Sorry, I was just looking at the 50% of the previous week.
Uh-huh.
So it's closed above that as well,
Okay.
which is usually like a bullish territory.
Yeah, it's a bullish sign.
So for myself anyway, when the BF start doing exactly what you were talking about, like you change your time frame and it's like, wait a second, it's above, it's below. I don't know what the hell is going on. I found just by observing that 50%, above or below seems to be a good secondary, way to assess it.
No, great point, and thank you for sharing that. Absolutely, yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Y'all didn't hear that in the back. The BS looking crazy like mine are right now. So identify where it closed. See if it goes above or below the 50% rule, or the 50% of the previous candle.
Yo,
Right.
what's up, y'all? What's up, Resume? What's up,
What up,
Pat?
Top?
Yo, I also wanted to chime into what who was just Dwayne, right? That was Dwayne, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was me.
So I also noticed again SMH as well. I think SMH hit like a Brownian formation and then came to the 50% of I think it was right, so like of the day. So again, that's another way of to plan out a trade to the downside, and then maybe add on that once it breaks that 50% of the day or the week or whatever. But it is a really good. I mean, it's fire. It really works. It's powerful, like to the T, if I'm not mistaken. I'm from like 184 to like 179 or so. It's a lot of chicken on SMH right there to the downside.
Fire. Yeah. Just thinking about this play here on ATVI. We still got the red hammer, but we know that our entry point would be 73.47. I think that's here. Yeah, so 73.47 is our entry point, and above that is right next to this broad information where essentially price, got held up and rejected yet today. So, I'm gonna pose the question back to y'all. Do y'all want to take entry on something right there? Because if it looked different, like if it looked like what it does on the 4 hour, I'd have been 100% like, oh yeah, Let's do it. I think now with this broad information above his head, I'd be kind of like, do I want to risk it? It is a point above point of control. It is above the 50% rule. So then you have some counter information, that goes. So then it's kind of like, what is your assessment of that? I think the closing above the 50% rule on the week is a good sign that it could potentially continue up tomorrow. We got a volume gap. We've got some potential things that could, help it push up. Then this would be a retest of this broad information. So then you start putting the pieces together on a bullish case to see if it really could go back and push to the upside. So that's kind of where I'm at with it right now. I think based on what I'm seeing, though, I want to see what else is available in terms of options. Yeah.
It's probably a higher probability trade somewhere else.
I don't want to rule it out, but I don't want to lock it in as like the top dollar right now. It's one of those, if you got you some change laying on the side somewhere or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
This ain't no spending money, right?
Right. There you go.
Hey, don't put your bill money on this. This is spending money right here. You don't really care about this.
Right. You got a little account that your wife don't know about. There you go.
Right.
So some of that on there. You don't want that to show up on the statement. Trying to put this in some life context for the fellas.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, but okay, that's ATVI Activision. Let's keep it going here. Let's see. Yeah, the afternoon selling, that's when I know I'm like, they're gonna run something up and pull a lot down. We got XPEV and Penn Gaming. We got the African Americans, got Etsy. On the list. Let's see what's in the chat though. Let's keep it going in the chat. It's been good. Yeah, my after hours is on with the 1 hour, but should it make a difference? I'll take a look at it just to test it out. Get out of here, get out of the way. That's still under. Yeah, see. 2-2 rev right back into the broad information. Damn. Rejection. It's getting squeezed though by these two broad informations. So based on what we were talking about, closing above the 50, it's got to pick a direction. So if we talking direction, based on Dwayne's comments, we talked about closing above the 50. We see that this broad information level is being respected to the downside. We could potentially go and retest this broad information to the upside. We saw what happened when, if we go back into the after hours view, we see how it's responded after hours. Sell off. Obviously, XLC was snapped with the sell off after hours. It didn't have a major fall down, which it shouldn't, but not surprising. Another sector mate. So anyway, there is a bullish case for this. It's just not giving you the signs right now because it's in conflict. So there'll be one to watch out for and see what happens, especially if Verizon and the rest of the sector shows continued bullishness tomorrow. So this could be one you just get some sympathy, love for it to the upside, just because of earnings. Yeah, Activision, we like it. We like today's movement. So I think that's one of the stronger thoughts that I have is just because of today's movement. I'd be interested to see if we get some more bullishness tomorrow as continuation. Typically, you get this move like this on the day, actually for the last 2 days, you're not gonna just reverse back down immediately like that. So,
Right.
I would expect maybe a little more consolidation, then move up. But other than that, like I'm still bullish on it. So that's the main thing is, I'm looking for continuation type plays. I just didn't like the way the afternoon set up, but we could be setting ourselves up, even if it came back and touched this weekly BF below, like it sold off, and then we got later in the evening and it touched this broad information and worked its way back up in the morning. And then it finally, on this last retest, broke through because it's squeezing between these broad formations, and then bam, get up out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're in the volume gap. Now you're pushing yourself, potentially to 74.40, 74.55 and stuff like that. So now you're cooking with grease. So that's the bull case. Stocks. Yeah, super frustrating. All right, let's see. You say you're gonna get that new Call of Duty, dog? So let's see. 5, 7. Yeah. I mean, XLC could get bought up tomorrow. I'm feeling that. Let's keep it going. Hallie, let's see what Hallie talking about. See if she being conservative, Hallie, today.
Yeah, that red 3 on the 4. I figured it's just a matter of that's a quick LeBron formation. It can maybe move tomorrow if energy get a pop.
Ooh, I see you. Mm-hmm. You know how energy do. I mean, this week been like, they don't have many weeks like this on expiration. So, hell, they can do what the hell they want to do at this point.
Right.
You gotta let them have it every now and then. Yeah. Looks like buyers they don't want to let it fall. Like they ain't want to let it run up either. They shot it down at 32.53 today, but they are not letting it sell off either. So getting bought up every time it gets back close to 31. So yeah, I can see a potential move Chicago to the upside tomorrow. You just see buyers holding it up there. It's like, we're not letting it fall. We're not gonna let it fall. They hit the top of that shelf. Yeah, Allie could continue to try to push up tomorrow. Give you mixed signals. Boy, them the ugliest day candles ever, boy.
Hey, it's getting tough to pick some stocks, man. You hear me? I'm scanning through all of them. You gotta look at the stuff you ain't never played before and everything. Draw the broad formation, then you're like, damn, it's just be
it's like the gulag after you lose in Call of Duty, bro.
Right.
Man. Shit. Look at them candles, boy. You got to believe. Them believe candles. If you don't believe, well, you're gonna be playing hopscotch. Then 2 down, 3 up, 3 up, 2 down. Man, Coca-Cola. Cocaine. All right, now. The middle of the range, Coke. Let's see. Coke say he want to make his way back to his Browder formation. Let's say, man, I'm tired. Say, y'all done got me out of bed for this. I'm going back to bed. That's what it did, boy. That motherfucker got to that point of control, boy, made that cross. It's like, all right, fellas. I'll see y'all. You know, you got that one homeboy. You can't stay out late.
Oh yeah, 10 o'clock. He on the way home. He'd be the one that asked, can we start earlier? You know?
Yeah, right. That's what Coke said. Coke's like, oh. He took a Red Bull early. Yeah, man. Yeah, Coke says is attracted to this broad formation of the month right here. But like we said, the last time it did that was like, hey, you'll get a little buy-in to the upside. These some ugly hell candles too, though.
Mm-hmm.
Good God, boy. Oh, you got
That's
top.
three in the middle right there.
You got top screwed up now, boy. Woo! Like, I'm just
213 is ugly.
it's ugly on the day. That's ugly. Man, look at that. You got the 3-2-2 back to the upside. You think you cooking with grease. Got them inside day down. Bam.
And the power go out on you.
All right. Then, oh, you know, hold on. We're gonna gap you up the next day.
Oh man.
Boy, hey, bro. Hey, this is a spin cycle. I'm just tracking it day by day off the lows. Just like inside day back down. Then the next day, back to the broader formation, and then bought it up. Like, bruh, if you played Coke on the day in the last like 2-3 weeks, oh my God, I feel for you. I feel for you. Good God. That's bad, man. Yeah.
Brown said yes, the rent cycle.
Good God, boy. At least you a long-term investor, though. You know, you could just look at it and laugh. But like people trying to play this on the daily, ooh. That ain't pretty. You can't even find a direction. So, yeah, it's trying to make its way back to that BF. This continuation, there ain't no actionable signal, though. I see right now. Man, look at this. SPX. SPX looks like what did we just look at that was trapped between two broad formations? Was it Activision?
Yep.
Dead ass like Activision. All right, where's FICO soundboard when you need it? And don't. You been long on it.
That's crazy.
They looking mighty similar. It's been a spin cycle too. Oh yeah. Sell it, and then boom. Let it run after everybody contracts and got ate up for the week. 4-5 Monday. Oh man. Retest. We go through. Man, that's ugly. SPX, no, they wrong for that. It's a ugly. I mean, the thought process here is that we would get some buy-in tomorrow. A little bit. The challenge is we up under this BF, so are we gonna have the buy-in to get through it? I think we may. I think we setting up for a potentially bullish day on SPX.
Mm-hmm.
Even with the the red 2 down, we may open up inside, but I could see a scenario where we go back and retest these broad formations to the upside. We have to see what happens there, at that level, but maybe we try to go back to 3,700. But okay, I see a potential bull case here. We people at the party. Man, they don't have no volume shuffle on this. It's like, oh, y'all really tricky over here. All right. Miriam, talk to me about AMD. Inside for 1, 2, 2 potential on the day. If we hit magnitude, we go back to full time frame continuity. Let's check it out. I know we've been all looking at it. That boy Sin, that's been one he been stalking too. Look at that. Right up under control. We got a broad information on the month just below it. Looks like that broad information ain't served as no kind of damn resistance. That thing just been.
Yeah, you got some. Yeah, look at all that chalk, boy.
Yeah, they've been cutting through that broad information. Yeah. 1, 2. Yeah, 2, 1, 2 down. Down about 56.50. You want to get greedy, maybe 55.70, 55.65. Looks like we're gonna keep pushing down, man. Okay. This one don't look bad at all. AMD to the downside. We've just been holding on to that level. I was like, is it gonna give it up tomorrow? Might. Two down. Shooter. Gotta get below that monthly BF. That'll see, that's the thing. See, look at this. Doing it again. Do that. Yeah, I see my 1 hour is below. Yeah, I see my 4 hours above.
My 4 hour is above. My 1 hour. My 1 hour is above though.
And my day is above. So in your 1 hour candle, is your broad information, is it touching the broad information at all?
Nah, it's like maybe, let me see.
Oh,
Maybe like 40-something cent from it.
Like that shit. Like that. Drop a dime on them. Yeah, I don't like that. So on my 5 minute, it looks like closed above. I'm trying to pinpoint the issue because I'm gonna have to call this in. They tripping. Playing with my money, smoking. Yeah. So it closed underneath on the 5 minute. This is crazy town, yo. Below on the 2 hour. Below on the 4 hour. All right, I'll figure this out another time. So interesting part here is when I look on this screen, 4 hours below. I'm bugging out right now. I'm like, y'all seeing what I'm seeing over here? Whoa. What the hell? It's the after hours. Something with the after hours is throwing off the cameras. That's crazy. Okay. So anyway, back to AMD. Y'all double check y'all charts now. Make sure y'all, TLN. I was like, maybe it's just mine. Shooter below 57.40 will be an entry. 122 on AMD. $57.40. And they said they trying to do something. They trying to get us, man. They trying to get us, man. Let's keep it moving. Here. We gotta pick up the pace to these plays. All right, 312 4 hour on Palantir. Close below the daily BF. Yes, it did. Looks like we had the, after you get the 3 ups, you get a little bit of a pullback, retracement. That's what happened. Afternoon candle came back to point of control. Looks like it was bought up. Nice move towards the end of the day. You can see a potential 312 back to the upside on the 4 hour. Your level for entry would be $8.08 on Palantir. I wouldn't get too frisky with it, but I'd be looking to try to take it back to the higher day yesterday or today. Not get too crazy with it. But it looks like it's just been going, you know, kind of sideways a little bit. So just be mindful of that. Looks like there's just a big amount of orders in that area. It's huge. And there is a little bit of conflict. So just be mindful of that, but that 4-hour setup does look dangerous. It's like buyers like it right there. But it looks like sellers is present too. So it's just like it's just been a hodgepodge back and forth. Tug of war, as we say. Palantir. It's just holding. If you look at the week, it's just kind of been steady. We got SQ, Square. These broad formations on Square. But we've got looks like I guess it's a bullish continuation. Yeah, we got a 212 here on the 4-hour. That's above 55.39. We got point of control at 56.09. So you've got, you know, like 70 cents to the upside till you get to that point of control. So you do have an opportunity to take advantage of a, you know, more than a % move on that, 1.5% maybe. But you know, before there could be some selling at the point of control. So that's why I brought that up. But looks like 2 up on the day today. Did not finish well. Point of control on the day also is at 56.40. So it looks like it came in contact with those and then just, you know, facing selling pressure and sold off a little bit. But you do have the potential for it to go back and retest. Obviously with Square, you need to be watching what SPY is doing as well as QQQ. Because if those are not showing strength, I would not be looking to this to the upside at all. But Square definitely looks solid. Looks like one that you maybe can take advantage of if the market is bullish up there. So there are some contingencies with that one. Would not take this one unless SPY and QQQ are also bullish. It's just some rules you got to put on, man. You got to put some rules on it. Man, you got to have a code. So next one here, we want to talk about D-Dog, little cybersecurity, you know, the cyber. So it looks like we're in a volume gap on this one. This is good. Looks like today went and tested the other side of that gap. And obviously we're strongly sent back the other way, Matumbo style. So we may try to go, you know, push up tomorrow off the lows from point of control today or this afternoon. But I have a challenge seeing it getting back to today's high. It's kind of my thought process. So maybe a potential green inside day to the upside kind of deal. You know, but you know, I don't see it just going crazy like it did this morning. It could go and fill that wick area, create a strong inside day. But you know, I would love to see it go 2 up on the day tomorrow too, but just kind of looking at it from a realistic standpoint. That's what I'm thinking there. So you got entry above 82.82 on the 4-hour. That will give you a continuation on the day above 86.22. So you got about a $4 move to even get continuation on the day. So you know that's a lot to expect from a stock one day at an $82 price. It went at 3.34 today. Let's take LMT just been going ballistic. I hope those of you that caught those long plays hung in there. It was a little bit of a slow move, but they finally did what they did. So now you're pushing up, looking for plus 460 is a level that you're looking at overall on this one. So I think from my standpoint, I'll be looking for that bullish continuation on the day here. We've got a 212. Actually, I got 2 days up. The day count must look very different. I don't explain that. I think it's the window time on that. But 212 here, bullish continuation on the day. This looks very, very good. This is probably the best one that I've seen this evening. Thank you for that, Kings. That's my boy Top. You know, you hot right now. You got to get you the rock.
He cooking.
Appreciate that resume. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man, we gotta feed you the rock. Seem like right now, where you hot, they're hitting them corner trays and coming down. You know what I'm saying? Fast break threes. That's what you doing.
Just been sticking to the rule, man. Sticking to the rule, hitting these Browning formations, and just being patient as the main thing. As the main thing.
Right? Hey, yeah, bro. I see it. You on it. You on it. You on their ass. Pause. You know what I mean?
Hey, I don't know what to say to that, but I appreciate that. I have no comment. I plead the fifth.
I knew you was gonna pause. That's why I threw it out there. See, acknowledge that. Hey man, hold up. Y'all just changed my alert. Hold up, I saw that. Did y'all see that? They changed my price.
You put in 445.26.
You saw that? Yeah, they changed my damn alert, man.
I'm telling you, TOS is on to the pack, man. Like, they.
I was copying. You put 445.26. What did they give you?
442.18.
What?
Oh, they getting you clap. That's what it is.
What?
Yeah, I'm like, okay. I seen the digits change after I hit save, and I'm like, hold up. Why shit changed $3?
D 445.31. All right. 442.18. What?
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell? That ain't even close. Okay.
Hey,
like,
your FBI agent assigned to you over here working overtime.
Boy, they working, boy. They look at them. Woo-wee. Yeah, man. LMT, put it on your radar, Pat. That's definitely number one that I done seen today. That thing was smoky. Man, that damn day chart down here on the bottom looks so good. I want to keep it up. Switch this one back to the 4 hour. That's it. All right, let's do this with our. Got superstitious stuff. All right, let's keep going. See the fire, boy. All right, Dollar Tree. Is that what I see next? Larry, let's check out this Dollar Tree. We're talking about here on this Dollar Tree, man. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, Dollar Tree said I was lost, but now I am found. See, that's point of control. 4 hour close above. Broad information. Everybody's in agreement on that. I have to debate that this time. They look ugly hell though. Look at that, boy. That's some chop. That's some hibachi right there. Look at that day. Look at that day chart. Good God.
Oh yeah, he in there showing up.
Yeah, Dollar Tree stuck in a box.
Yes, sir. Caught between a month and a quarter. Yeah, we should leave that alone. I mean, you know, if you want to be frisky though, you could take a 3-1-2 to the upside on the 4 hour. I would recommend conservative approach. Take it back to magnitude from this morning, which is 140.96. So what is that? Dollar and change. I'm not sure if that's enough meat on the bone though. So you need to look and see, you know, what that would look like on the what you call it, on the analyze tab. So there is a little bit of magnitude. I mean, the point of control is 141.97. That might be more appealing. Conservatively though, magnitude from the day. But it's a volume shelf there. I mean, it could happen. But yeah, it's stuck. It's stuck. It's in this box. To me, it looks like it's a bear flag that is in. It's gonna fall out. Yeah. Dollar Tree. Well, it could push up tomorrow though. So 3-1-2 on the day or 4 hour above 139.54. Pretty strong, you know, candle there. You know, we're in chop. But continuity isn't bad though. Continuity is to the upside, and you're only looking at the day that is in conflict. So obviously tomorrow the open could change all of that, and we could be right back in continuity to the upside. So keep a level set for that. I'm going to set an alert though. So keep it on watch. LMT still clearly top of the upside. I didn't realize the time. It's time moving. 139.54. That's our level entry. $139.46. Again, I set my price levels alerts this close because I should already know what contracts I'm going to pick. I should already know what targets I'm going to take it to. So literally during the trading day tomorrow, when it alert, I go to my notes and I go pick the contract that I reviewed tonight previously, and I just go and execute on the notes that I already put in for tonight. So it's just execution tomorrow. That should in turn simplify the thinking and the process of what you should have to do during the trading day. It's all about simplicity so you can have clear thoughts so you can make good decisions. And if you got to figure out the Greeks and what contract to pick and what target you're going to take it to, and you got to synthesize all that information and execute on the trade, you done lost already before you started. Just be mindful of that. Dang, talk to me, man. What's up, this J&J, man? You know what I'm saying? I've been bullish on this J&J this week. You know, it went from a green candle to a red candle, but you know, I still feel like this came back to that broad information. It could just take back off.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I see. I see the fact that you got the weekly reversal. However, as of right now, it's red, but you flip it back green at 165.99, and so it's it's an inside day twice, so double inside day, right? And then at the same time, if you look at the month, it's very close to going outside month. So literally, if you get your daily reversal, you're about 50 cent away from going outside month on J&J. And then also obviously, right, if you get your daily reversal, you put the week back in force. So that was something I was looking at. And then it basically has, once you flip the week green, you have full time frame continuity except the year. And then actually, like one of my, like where the month would go 3 is actually a yearly broadening formation as well. Or not the year, where the month will go 3. is a yearly broadening formation.
Really?
Yes, sir.
No.
It's a yearly broadening formation from 7/7/2022. I mean 7/2020 and 7/2018. So it might be a compound. Let me see, because I actually just drew these like while we were in the call.
I see the 2021. I don't have it drawn, so that makes sense. I don't have any yearly drawn on here. So
Oh yeah, actually I ended up basically compounding those right there because that 3 takes out like it takes out that 18 candle, and you could even say it takes out the 17 candle. So like my high, I connected my highs from the year of 2020 to 2018 instead
gotcha.
of that inside year in 2019.
Got you. Okay. Okay. I get that. I get that.
But yeah, it was just a quick fun. I just like the double inside day. I mean, the last time I played double inside days on a Friday, it was Roblox that went for 2000%. So it's like at this point, I can't ignore it. It seems like the dominoes are setting up. So we'll see how it is. I mean, there is a monthly as well around that I have that's from 11/10 and 10/10. But it's like right at 166.64. But I mean, I'll take that risk. So
Understood. Understood. That's how you gotta be sometimes. You just gotta have that conviction and say, you
yes,
know what,
sir.
it is no matter what. Nah, it's fire.
I like the
Um,
way
yeah. I also was bullish on J and J as well.
okay.
Obviously with the earnings, I had on my watch list also. So yeah, it did good. Going into like Tuesday, sold off. But yeah, it looks like it came back to that quarterly BF here, around 164.50, and there's a point of control on the hour as well there. Also, the point of control on the day is 164.79. So it's just all sizing up for a launch pad, my brother. So that's why I was like, man, there's orders here, earnings, all that kind of stuff going on. So, and if you
So
look
so
at,
when is earnings?
I think wasn't it Wednesday?
Next Wednesday?
Hold on.
Or did they already have earnings?
Yeah, I think they already had it, but
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
they
great.
already had earnings. Yeah,
yeah,
they
it
already
didn't
had it.
die. Yeah, and it didn't die.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And it's
Yeah,
holding where it's at holding. So okay, that's great. Yeah.
yeah,
Yo,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
yo, Dane.
what's
And
good?
also remember, J&J got they announced like some share buybacks, like a lot, like in the billions. I forget, like it was like they announced it like a couple of weeks ago. So it's like just like a long term, probably going to chop for a little bit, but it's going set for a next move soon, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
It's
just
just
looking
it's
at the
just something I'm
daily.
gonna watch for sure.
Yeah, if you look at the day as well as the 4 hour, you could just look at the lows, man. There's a lot of strong buyers. People feel strongly about it. Even if the high end isn't pushing up, it's still creating higher lows. And that's just as good as making new highs to me a lot of times. Um,
Yeah.
they're still making new lows. I know, buyers are still pushing it up. They just not ready to let it run just yet. Um, so yeah,
Sure.
I like J and J. It's yeah, I'm gonna have. I mean, I got it on the watch, but yeah, I agree with you, Dave.
Yeah. J&J would be mine. J&J and LMT. That's probably what I'll be watching.
Yeah. Set these alerts here. 212 on the 4 hour.
Yo, yeah, I was just on the TD app, and news came out at like 5:30 that LMT got an additional order for 3 Orion spacecrafts.
Let's go. Let's go. 30 points aren't far off on the. Like that. Those are two bangers right there. I think we can take a look at. I think Slumberger, we definitely want to keep an eye on for tomorrow with earnings. You see what it's been doing. Very bullish. So our boy Sins, one of my boy Sins' favorite tickers. This thing's just showing strength, boy. Boy, if that ain't strength, I don't know what is.
Wrong.
Yeah, just strong for no reason. Man, child. Yeah, so we don't have an inside set up on Schlum, but we do have a 2 down reversal potential on the 4. I'm gonna set a trigger for it. Y'all don't remember. I gotta go back and look, but I got some long Slumbergers. I think they expire tomorrow. I gotta see. Oh shit! I gotta check that out. Put in some long Slumberger calls and like set it and forget it. I don't know if it was like 42 or 45. I have not looked at all. I wonder if anybody's still holding on. All right, I'll be taking a look. This is a continuation. So if you don't catch the 2-2 rev on the 4 hour, your best shot is to go and look for an intraday TTO so you can catch the entry. But yeah, this one looks bullish and looking ready to go 2 up tomorrow. And ET was looking like a monster earlier. Looks like it'll pull back a little bit in the afternoon, but still green. You see how the weeks have been showing up. See what the day is doing. I mean, it's strong. Today looks like that afternoon kind of selling, kind of pulled the wick, and they created that wick. But when I was looking at it earlier, it was just no wick. It was strong. So yeah, we're looking at a continuation here, potentially on the day. Bullish continuation on the 4 hour. Looking at entry here on the 4 above 1195. Let's go. Not be too far away. 91. That's pretty straightforward. You can see a little something. All right, Larry, let's take a look at BA. Talk to me, Larry. What we looking at, man? All right now, boy. Y'all already know how I be feeling. She up though. I can't say nothing. She up. Ain't that right, Kingsley? She up, man. I can't say nothing.
That's a point of control right there, right? She's sitting right on it. Sitting right on it.
She sitting on it, man. I can't say nothing. Yeah. I don't know what to say. I was hoping Larry could jump on it and give his come to the pulpit, talk and give us a little story about Bowen here. But we got a 2-1-2 on the 4. I don't like all that wick on the morning session candle. But we got 212 to the upside at 139.66. And then to the downside, we have a 212 also below 138.50. We are in the middle of this range, so I'm not really inclined to like take it as a trade either way. But looks like if you were to get bullishness, you're looking for continuation above that 141.88, but more likely, or what I see is potential shooter on the day below 138.36. But it is green, so it would have to, it needs some work to do that. And I typically don't like Boeing, so it's an easy reason for me not to even play it, but it's just in the middle of the range. So it can do whatever it wants right here. There's no real clear direction on it to me. I mean, it is getting higher lows, so that's a good sign as well. The week has reversed. We got 212 continuation and continuation 2 up this week. So we all have like bullishness, but in the microcosm of tomorrow for a 0 day, it ain't showing me nothing. Had a nice pop this morning, like a lot of things did, but then came back into its typical trading range. So now we got SO. Let's see, inside. I don't care about that. 2 down on the 4, pretty strong selling. We got a shooter on the week candle, and we got 2 down continuation on the day. So SO is a short to the downside. It is continuation. So all you're looking for is an opportunity to take entry to the downside. There are no entries, setups for entries. So you need to look intraday to find a potential TTO to take it back to downside. So if you get a pop to the upside or something, then you want to take advantage of that and take it back to the downside. Would be my recommendation for that one. But it is definitely a short. I agree with you. It is bearish. I think that it may still be bearish even if the market is bullish. That's how strong it is. Yeah, so I mean, so far I'm thinking like LMT is like and J&J the two tops. So I don't know who got into my alert. I think it was last week or the week before. But that week it went outside. It was I know it was a little rough week that week because we had the 2 up and it was strong, and then we hit that weekly BF, retraced, came back to the other side of the range on that weekly BF. So I mean, it's been chopped and screwed, sold off. I mean, a lot of people probably sold off if they probably sold off at profits, but if you held, you were rewarded for it this week. Yeah, that thing's strong, man. I've been bullish on this one since December last year. This is one of my favorites right here. And it took care of your boy this year. Let's keep it going. What else we got? That news, that's monster news though. The NASA news.
Yeah, that's huge, Earl. It's like 1.9 billion for those those 3 spaceships.
Yeah, that's after getting 330 million earlier this year.
That's ridiculous.
They caked up, bro.
That came out at 5:30, of course, after hours.
Yeah. So yeah. I think that, yeah. I mean, we didn't see like a whole lot in terms of tickers, but we don't need a whole lot. We need conviction. We need good setups. I think LMT sets up very strong for tomorrow. The 212 gives us this bullish continuation. And the TTO today, so to speak, or yesterday off of yesterday's move. So today was kind of like that inside day up. So I think we potential for the next leg up tomorrow, going into tomorrow. Great find by Kingsley. He a man on fire right now. You know, man, when you got somebody on the team hitting, but you just gotta pass him the rock. You just feed him. You know what I'm saying? So that shout out that boy Kingsley. That was a fire setup right there. Good stuff.
Appreciate that, Resume.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And, just overall, we did see some other potential setups too, just to kind of rehash real quick. I had threw AT&T on there just because of what it did this morning off the gap up. So I think that's one also that looks decent, as well as Verizon with the earnings. So we do have that concept of the XLC stocks potentially moving up tomorrow off of Verizon earning news. The expectation that it should be pretty positive, I would think. And then we looked at ATVI, which should potentially benefit. They all kind of have that similar type of move or look. I probably want to stay within T or VZ, to be honest. The AMD shorts look really decent as well. We didn't look at any of the others, but I think the AMD puts look like an option as well. So me a little bit. So we got some potentials for that one to the downside. So yeah, I think we are pretty covered in terms of what the market could potentially do tomorrow. There wasn't a whole lot of them in terms of setups, but that's okay. We got J&J and Dollar Tree. I think J&J will probably be one that's top tier with LMT. Again, so I think that's another one that's very strong and looks good. And then what was it? I was just thinking about Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree, this one has a strong inside 4-hour setup. Not as convicted on this one. So this will be more of a second tier kind of look for this one. So that's kind of what it is. The energy SLB as well as ET were the two energy tickers that we saw with a little bit of a little bit of juice to them. Outside of that, I think that's, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tickers total. And we didn't go through the entire scan list. I didn't think we needed to anyway. But maybe later on when I'm going through contracts, if I have some extra time, I might look for, see what else is out there. But I think we got a good core of what to look for tomorrow. So with that, I'm not going to take too much more of y'all time. Y'all been on here with me for almost 2 hours. So man, we've been cooking tonight. It was a great class. I appreciate y'all for participating and engaging, sharing y'all thoughts. I love it when y'all can engage and give feedback. So y'all have a great evening. Y'all get some rest. We catch y'all in the morning, bright and early. And let's go and execute. And let's get this money in the morning, man. I'm trying to enjoy this Halloween upcoming holiday. Y'all into that. But anyway, have a great evening. Catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.